Let's get inside, guys, inside the world headquarters. It's a cold one today. What's up, guys? Welcome to another little maple update video, and welcome to the world headquarters. This is where the magic happens. Yes, this is the people's house. This is where maple syrup is made, maple syrup is sold, and maple magic happens on a daily basis. With that being said, guys, it's a cold one out there. It's negative 7 or 8 degrees, and we're not gonna get above zero today. We've had a few days like that in a row. As you can see at the intro of the video, we do have a little snow out there. Not much, but a little bit, so it does look like winter. But we have hit that cold stretch of weather that you typically get in the middle of January or late January as we head into the coldest part of the year. Now, with that being said, it's been a pretty mild winter, so I'm kind of assessing the situation, what we want to do, and how we want to head forth into maple syrup season. Traditionally, what has happened is we've always kind of set it up. I always wanted to be ready by about March 1st, the first few days of March. Traditionally around here in central Wisconsin, our season typically does not get underway until about, March 10th, March 8th, March 10th. With that being said, this year, first time ever, I want to get started, I want to be ready potentially by about February 20th. That is kind of the plan because I'm watching long range forecasts. I like to look at them. Now, granted, that can change and those things could be adjusted. I'll watch it as we go forward, but right now, that's kind of where I'm sitting at as I want to try to be ready, meaning tapped. We can have sap coming in here and we can be ready to boil it down. But there's a lot of things I got to do before then. When it's a cold day like today, I ain't gonna be out there. We got another woods that we're putting on tubing right now, and I'd say we're probably about 75% done with that, but I ain't going out there when it's zero, okay? I don't know about you guys, but I ain't going out there and working in 0 degree temps. That's not something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna be inside here getting something done. Albert, he's gone for the week. He's down in Ohio. And then Austin, another guy who helps me. We ain't gonna go out in that weather. We'll wait for a better day, a better opportunity. So there's things that I gotta do. Believe it or not, this pan back here, the flue pan on this evaporator, still isn't quite clean. I have to clean that today. Not clean it as in from the step one, like right after the season. I literally go through almost a year process of cleaning that pan because ever since we went to pretty high concentrate with RRO, which I go up to about 22%, man, do we get bad niter in that pan. And busy season, I don't shut down and break down and clean that flue pan probably as often as I should. So it does get a buildup in there that can be really tough to take out. What I do is I'll get it once initially at the beginning or right after the end of the season. And then it's like 3, maybe 4, steps of getting it cleaned down to the bottom where there's little areas where that niter is just caked on there. And the last step that I have in there is I've got some acid at the very bottom of the flues, maybe about 1 inch deep, getting the final deposits off. And I think I did find a little trick to getting that off, or at least something better that works, which I'll share with you now. All right, so normally what I had been using all the time is this type of product, a pan acid scale remover, okay? And this is from one of the equipment companies, D&G. I'm a dealer for D&G. You can use this stuff. It's not cheap, $40 a gallon maybe. The thing with that was it was always frustrating because I was like, okay, this is made for these pans, but it just never seemed to work that good. You had to always go way over the recommended dose level on it, like the ounces of this stuff per gallon of water. And even then it was tough. I found something that I think works much better and it's much cheaper, probably half the price. Is you go to your local, like around here they're called Fleet Farm or Farm and Fleet, and they'll have their own brand of this Milkstone Remover and Acid Rinse, okay? I can tell you, this stuff works much better. Much better, much quicker, and that's what I'm gonna be using from now on. It just does a nicer job. This Milkstone and acid remover, it's made for dairy purposes, dairy stainless steel equipment, phosphoric acid. Whereas this one, it doesn't even tell you the percentages, but it doesn't even have phosphoric acid in it. TMD recommendation right there. Other recommendations, guys, is if you're still looking for maple equipment and supplies, hit me up at this link right here. It's the Maple Dudes link for Smoky Lake maple equipment. You can get on there. It helps support the Maple Dude channel. Guys, I get a little small commission for the sales through that link. The price to you doesn't change. It's all the same. So try to hit that up, guys. I appreciate your support. Then, guys, I'm gonna throw another link up here, and this is the mapledude.com. This is where you can get some of the best maple syrup products known to mankind out there. And real recently, guys, one thing that kind of the final thing I did with my packaging and my branding of my products is we upgraded the candy type products to new packaging. So we have some really nice branded packaging. These are for the maple suckers. The final one we did here was the maple almonds. These are really good, but we went to a real professional looking, you know, bag. It was just before one of those plain clear bags with a little sticker we applied to it. So those printed up bags are nice. And we also did that with our cookies. This is our bourbon cookie, and then we have regular maple cookies. And shout out to Jean Jacobs. She works for me and she makes these. Candy here too. We also do our own maple soda, or I call it maple pop because we're in Wisconsin and you call it pop here. Let's be honest. This stuff, guys, if you like a maple soda, get this. I set out to make a formula that was all maple flavored. It's not a maple root beer. It's not a maple, you know, some other type of mix. I never was satisfied with the other maple sodas that were out there because they were like maple root beers and they just didn't taste like maple. This does. Another update is we got our maple shot back, okay? Finally, after a long hiatus, we got our maple shot back. And if you've seen some other videos, you heard me talk about that product, and we had problems with a co-packer doing it for us, really messed it up. And we had it selling very, very well out there at one time. And then it came to a complete halt, a grinding halt, a crash landing, a head-on collision, you might say, because of the co-packer who really screwed it up for us. And, you know, like I said, with that situation, they really screwed up a part of my business, but they didn't pay a dime for that, you know, because what can you do? And they just walked away scot-free. But whatever, we have this now going on our own. We have our own machine here in the shop. Maybe one day I will get to show you how that machine runs. I'm not sure. I do have my brother who does help me with this product only. And I gotta get the okay from him whether I can show how we do it and the machine and everything. But here's a quick 1-second view. Wow. Now talking before about how we concentrate up to 22%. Well, this is our RO machine. Say that 10 times fast. That's a tongue twister. This is our RO machine. This is our RO machine. This is our RO machine. Can't even say it. What I gotta do today is I'm gonna take all the membranes out of these vessels. It's a pain in the butt. But I'm gonna take them out, put them in the storage cans so I can get them washed or professionally cleaned. I always do the cleaning process at the end of the season but I do like to take them out and get them cleaned. It isn't cheap. It's like, I think it's like 220 bucks or maybe it's more now. Wouldn't be surprised per. And I have 6 of them. So, you know, that's like 1,400 bucks right there. But I guess I like to be prepared rather than running a little slower. I'm gonna take those out and I'm not gonna set up a camera and show you how I do that. There is a video out there last year where I did that. It's January 16th. This is what it looks like from the top of the hill. Way down there in the distance, you can see a little red shack, maybe. Well, that's where I originally started in the woods back there with no shelter. And then that was the first shelter built, I should say. But we're up here on the top of the hill, and it's cold. You can see we got a little bit of snow, but not much. Right down there, that is the dairy farm that I grew up on. Someday we'll do a tour of that. Kind of show you the stuff I remember as a kid. So what's the maple season gonna look like? I don't know. I definitely am glad we got some cold weather. I'd rather have a cold winter and a moderate amount of snow. What do you guys think it'll be? Let me know in the comments. All right, guys, I got that pan cleaned out, and then I did the big pain in the butt job of getting all of those membranes out of these vessels. So I've got them in storage, and then I'm gonna take them in to get them clean. I do have 3 used membranes here that are for sale if somebody wants them. Honestly, message me. I'd get rid of them cheap. They still have some life in them. So yeah, guys, that's what's going on here. It's a cold week, getting stuff done inside the world headquarters. Guys, stay tuned. We got that other woods to do. I'll give you a few updates on that. Stay warm, and remember, always keep it real.